Falmouth Orthopedic Center, Central Maine Orthopedics, OA Centers for Orthopedics, all play on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
From the front office staff to the medical technicians and the doctors, we're all playing on the same team. Discover Spectrum Healthcare Partners and the power of integrated specialty care. From the front office staff to the medical technicians and the doctors, we're all playing on the same team. Discover Spectrum Healthcare Partners and the power of integrated specialty care.
Winter People Athletics creates custom athletic apparel, including team uniforms and spirit wear. They support team sports programs by offering a variety of clothing and other merchandise which can be personalized with team logos, player numbers, and names, and various other options. They can also provide innovative custom screen printing and embroidered apparel to create fun and engaging fan and booster items to sell for your team fundraising efforts. Call Steve Haynes, Athletic Apparel Consultant, at 207-869-6019 or online at winterpeople.com.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
All aboard MBR.org, the place to get all your high school and amateur sports news and information. MBR.org is in high gear with Maine high school winter sports. Go to MBR.org to chat about your favorite team. Find the latest articles, travel news, and cancellations. Or visit their all-new and very popular team pages. MBR.org has everything you want to know about high school and amateur sports in Maine. Coming in February, all the high school tournament action at your fingertips 24/7. It's high school sports heaven. All aboard MBR.org.
Full Court Press is on your team. Full Court Press is more than just a copy shop. Some of their print services include color copies, black and white copies, posters, bindings, calendars, cards, business cards, and every door direct mail. They're located at 855 Main Street in Westbrook. Call them today at 207-464-0002 or request an estimate, place an order, and much more on their website at fullcourtpress.biz. That's fullcourtpress.biz. When you need a copy shop to bring the heat, it's time to hire Full Court Press.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal. We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who will get the IRS off your back.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
Call Tax Solutions now. Time is running out. Call 800-399-4661. 800-399-4661. 800-399-4661.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered your calls 24/7, 365 days per year. Call now and talk to someone who cares. Get connected with programs for teens, men, women, LGBT, vets, or faith-based. Call 800-646-1166. 800-646-1166. Most insurance covers substance abuse, and you may have zero out-of-pocket costs. Call now for a free assessment. Find treatment that fits you or your loved one best, including teens and faith-based options that use proven gentle recovery techniques. You can get back on track. Call 800-646-1166. 800-646-1166. 800-646-1166.
Showed us the invoice of the car, took $1,000 off, showed us all the rebates. Everything was full disclosure. No other dealer would do that for us. I have had at least 5 that said that, almost verbatim.
Why don't you say that? There's nothing to hide in the commercials. I mean, it's all out there.
What's the website, Amber?
YankeeFord.com.
Marty?
YankeeFord.com.
Jay?
YankeeFord.com.
Burke?
YankeeFord.com.
I'm a little confused here. I'm not sure what the website is. I'm not getting it.
YankeeFord.com.
Yeah,
sure.
that might be it.
Plus oil changes for as long as you own your car, Maine state inspections for as long as you own the car.
I think if you go to the website, the point is that we're going to have the lowest price in the market.
Yeah.
And we're going to pay you more for your used car. And when you come in here, we're going to pull the invoice and show you the cost. We're going to show you the rebates. We're going to be completely full disclosure.
Yeah.
Go ask the competitors to do that. They won't do it. Does that tell you anything?
Yeah, there's no fine print at Yankee Ford. What was their website again?
YankeeFord.com.
Right.
Look, I get it. We all got snowed in last week. You're just now getting shoveled out. And when somebody mentions something to you about summer camps, your only thought is, can I go to it right now so that I don't have to deal with the snow anymore? Totally get that. However, this February vacation week, if you're home with your kids, there is one thing that you're going to remember. If you don't have something for your kids to do, you're going to be in for a long summer. Registration is now open for University of Southern Maine's summer camps. They've got basketball, they've got soccer, they've got ice hockey, and they have a ton more. I haven't even scratched the surface on this. Find the registration links now. Go to usm.maine.edu. That's usm.maine.edu and search summer camps. Or find the links right now at mbr.org. And maybe get them in shape for some of these summer camps by letting them shovel off the roof or something like that. Or the deck. Or the car. Or maybe the big wheel. Either way. University of Southern Maine summer camps, where kids should spend the summer.
It's the most dangerous driving distraction. It's not an age-specific issue. It's not driver-specific. It makes car accidents up to 23 times more likely to occur. When it comes to texting while driving, you're only good at it until the one time you aren't.
Of course, you can watch the entire video on demand. If you missed the first half, just go to... Look, I get it. We all got snowed in last week. You're just now getting shoveled out. And when somebody mentions something to you about summer camps, your only thought is, can I go to it right now so that I don't have to deal with the snow anymore? Totally get that. However, this February vacation week, if you're home with your kids, there is one thing that you're going to remember. If you don't have something for your kids to do, you're going to be in for a long summer. Registration is now open for University of Southern Maine's summer camps. They've got basketball, they've got soccer, they've got ice hockey, and they have a ton more. I haven't even scratched the surface on this. Find the registration links now. Go to usm.maine.edu. That's usm.maine.edu and search summer camps. Or find the links right now at mbr.org. And maybe get them in shape for some of these summer camps by letting them shovel off the roof or something like that. Or the deck. Or the car. Or maybe the big wheel. Either way. University of Southern Maine summer camps, where kids should spend the summer.
And we welcome in also the folks watching on the web on MBR.org, ready to bring you some high school hockey. Edward Little, Lewiston, and Coach Edward Little this year on the season 4-3. Lewiston 8-0. They're undefeated, coming off a win over Cheverus. They've won 20 straight going back to last year. Obviously, in boys hockey, Lewiston is the class of the state.
Yeah, they've been, I don't think they're quite as much of a juggernaut as they were last year, but they've proven that they do what they need to do to win games. And the couple games that we've seen them do, they win in different ways. We saw them really capitalize on their power play in one game, and the other game they just played great defense, and it was a low-scoring affair. But they are the team to beat, and it'll be interesting in this game to see. We saw Edward Little early on. Be interested to see how far Norm Gagne has brought them. He's the new coach, and you've got lots of information about him. Yeah. But I said you've known him for 45 years. I only go back 45 years with him. So other than that, he told me, this is a funny story, he told me that when he started at Garden, he was a teacher there, and he really wanted to be the football coach, but they had one.
Yeah.
And so he was the freshman coach, and they came to him and said, well, you're a hockey guy, aren't you? And he said, well, yeah. And they said, well, how about helping out with hockey? And then, eventually he's the coach and wins state championship and then moved to all kinds of other places, as you know. But it'd be interesting to see how far his team has come since we saw them early on.
Well, you mentioned his first year with Edward Little, but definitely not his first year, as you mentioned,
sure
coaching
isn't.
hockey. The winningest head coach in Maine high school hockey history, the second winningest in the United States all time in high school hockey. He's his alma mater, though, there, Edward Little. He was at Scarborough previously, had 715 wins and 7 state titles, most recently in 2015 with Scarborough. He's coached Lewiston, Waterville, Gardner previously, and you say you've known Coach Gagne for many years. What's maybe one of his defining qualities as a coach?
I think his kids play determined hockey. They know what to do. They're gritty. I would never call Norm's teams dirty, but they don't back down from anything. They are a gritty team. They play tough. They know how to play. They're well coached, as you would expect. And so this should be an interesting test for both teams because Lewiston's a 2-time defending state champions. We haven't had a 3-time in a long, long time. I think it's
Lewiston did it in the 80s.
Since Lewiston back in the 80s. So it'll be interesting to see how that all works out. But I'm looking for this to be a heck of a game. I think, Yale is definitely the underdog, but that's what's great about this 3-team rivalry here in the Twin Cities. Remember at one time they all played in the same rink, and they definitely have all played youth hockey together. I can guarantee that. Some of them on the same teams. So they didn't break it up by the kids in Auburn playing the kids in Auburn back in those days. That Auburn having their own youth hockey program is reasonably new. They all played for LNA at one point. So they all know each other. They go to summer camps together. They play in summer teams together. So this is the fun kind of rivalry where they can't wait to knock somebody's head off who plays, who they know so well and have been friends with for a long time.
We are at the Norway Savings Bank Arena, as I mentioned, and one thing that stands out about Lewiston, Jamie Bello in his 10th year as the head coach. You mentioned back-to-back titles. Lewiston won 3 in a row back in 82, 83, 84. But this is a Lewiston team that lost almost everyone from last year. And
yeah,
they haven't missed much.
No, they lost 13 players. They're not the offensive juggernaut that they were last year, but they are very good. Jamie Bello, again, knows how to coach. The 2 banners down the other end of the rink, 2003 and 2004 at Edward Little, he was the coach at Edward Little. So he knows how to get a team ready for the big time. And his teams will play, again, very unselfish. I think the thing that I noticed last year especially, and again this year, is they are so unselfish. They don't care who gets the goal as long as somebody gets it. And we've seen them spread the scoring around, and I expect them to continue that again.
Dustin Larichelle had a pair of goals in their win over Cheverus. He's one of their assistant captains. He's also scored against Scarborough, Coney, and Biddeford as well. Evan Cox, we've seen him play well this season. He had a goal versus Cheverus as well. He scored the overtime winner against Biddeford. and he's got a pair of goals. He had a pair of goals in that one. Jack LeBlanc is one of their guys on attack as well. He too had a goal in that Cheverus win. And we've seen, of course, Sam Frechette have a big impact this season as well.
A lot of these guys are from hockey families because Tom LeBond, his dad, was the coach at Lewiston back along. So the kid's been in a hockey family for a long time. But these are some of these names are second and third members of the family that have played, or their uncle played, and so on. So pretty much a hockey tradition around the Lewiston-Auburn area. And you know, for a long time being on the ice hockey committee for the MPA, everybody said, oh, we want to go and play in this place. We don't want to play at Lewiston all the time. But you know what? I don't care who plays at Lewiston in the tournament at the Colisée. They fill the place. You know, we've had it at Orono. There were myself and a few of my friends. That was about it. There was nobody there. We've had the semifinals at Portland Ice Arena. No parking, no room for people to sit. The Colisée is the Mecca, like the Bangor Auditorium used to be in basketball. And it's the Mecca for ice hockey in the state of Maine, and people will come no matter what. And there's a pretty darn good chance one of the three local teams is going to be in it anyway. So at least in the playoffs.
Right.
You know.
Well, we saw Lewiston the last time you and I were on the air together. We saw Lewiston beat Falmouth in a very entertaining game.
Yes.
Certainly, I mean, they're not unbeatable, but they're still probably the best team.
I think they find a way to win. I said that before. They're not the juggernaut they were last year, but they are a team that's still unbeaten, and I expect them to continue to fight to stay unbeaten.
Edward Little, meanwhile, Ben Cassidy, one of their leading goal scorers. He had a goal in their 3-2 loss to Bangor. Logan Alexander had a goal in that game as well. Ben Cassidy, only a sophomore for them. One of their senior leaders, though, is Eli Thibodeau. They don't have complete stats on the old website, but he does have 2 goals and 5 assists in the 4 games they do have reported out of the 7 they played this year. So Eli Thibodeau, a senior. Pardon me, Ben Cassidy is a junior, not a sophomore. Logan Alexander is a sophomore, I should clarify. But those three, certainly guys to watch out for. And, you know, Gavin Toussaint, we remember last year we did an Edward Little St. Dom's game, and he was going up against the captains for St. Dom's, Noah Toussaint. Sure. Yeah, so there's all those connections around here, isn't there?
Yeah. Now, when you're looking at the heel points, Lewiston clearly is number 1. Surprisingly, Bangor is number 2.
They're...
I know their coach,
6-1.
Quinn Parity, really well. That's having a great year for him. He said they're down in numbers. They didn't have many, I think only 4 freshmen, and he's worried about where that's going. St. Dom's is in 6th. They take 6 teams. Edward Little's in 5th right now. So Poland, Grain, Augusta, Oak Hill, and Levitt is in 4th. Coney, Monmouth, Halldale in 3rd. So that rounds out the playoff picture at this point. So we got a ways to go before they count up the final heel points, but it looks like those will be the teams. The top couple teams will draw a bye. 3 will play 6 and 4 will play 5. So looks like a pretty good tournament field.
All right, we'll take a break here for a few minutes. We'll be back with the face-off to get this one started. It's Edward Little and Lewiston at Norway Savings Bank Arena on Maine's Big Z and online MBR. Catch the video stream, mbr.org.
It's the most dangerous driving distraction. It's not an age-specific issue. It's not driver-specific. It makes car accidents up to 23 times more likely to occur. When it comes to texting while driving, you're only good at it until the one time you aren't.
I'm Chris Condon from United Insurance. Pick up your free bumper sticker at any United Insurance location. Please don't text and drive.
Yankee Ford in South Portland wants to wish all customers a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season, and to thank you for an unbelievable 2017. How does Yankee Ford in South Portland keep delivering new Ford vehicles at the lowest prices with the highest trade-in values? By letting you keep all the rebates and cutting out layers of management. You deal directly with the owner. Yankee Ford has sold more new Fords than any other dealer in Maine for one reason: full disclosure. Ask the competition to show you the invoice. Christmas. They won't. Yankee Ford will, and then take $1,000 off that price. Just over the Casco Bay Bridge in South Portland. Online 24/7 at yankeeford.com.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center, Central Maine Orthopedics, OA Centers for Orthopedics, all playing on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
Look, I get it. We all got snowed in last week. You're just now getting shoveled out. And when somebody mentions something to you about summer camps, your only thought is, can I go to it right now so that I don't have to deal with the snow anymore? Totally get that. However, this February vacation week, if you're home with your kids, there is one thing that you're going to remember. If you don't have something for your kids to do, you're going to be in for a long summer. Registration is now open for University of Southern Maine's summer camps. They've got basketball, they've got soccer, they've got ice hockey, and they have a ton more. I haven't even scratched the surface on this. Find the registration links now. Go to usm.maine.edu. That's usm.maine.edu and search summer camps, or find the links right now at mbr.org. And maybe get them in shape for some of these summer camps by letting them shovel off the roof or something like that. Or the deck. Or the car. Or maybe the big wheel. Either way. University of Southern Maine summer camps, where kids should spend the summer. Full Court Press is on your team. Full Court Press is more than just a coffee shop. Some of their print services include color copies, black and white copies, posters, bindings, calendars, cards, business cards, and every door direct mail. They're located at 855 Main Street in Westbrook. Call them today at 207-464-0002 or request an estimate, place an order, and much more on their website at fullcourtpress.biz. That's fullcourtpress.biz. When you need a copy shop to bring the heat, it's time to hire Full Court Press.
From the front office staff to the medical technicians and the doctors, we're all playing on the same team. Discover Spectrum Healthcare Partners and the power of integrated specialty care.
Aaron Morse, Coach Dave Wing with you here live on Maine's Big Z, 105.5 and 1240. And online, the video stream, MBR.org. It's a Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. And they're introducing the two teams squaring off today at Norway Savings Bank Arena. We got high school hockey, defending state champion, two-time defending state champion, Lewiston, taking on Edward Little on this Monday afternoon. It should be a good one. Definitely excited for this one, Coach.
Holiday edition.
Yeah, it's true.
And we're bringing it to you.
Absolutely. They are currently introducing both teams, and we'll try to get you some names of who we'll see, whether it be in goal or on the attack. We already talked about some of their headliners so far this season. Right now they're doing, I think, a sportsmanship read. But, Coach, I mean, obviously we know this matchup is a rivalry. It's a classic rivalry. What are some of your favorite memories, maybe, from any sport?
I think when they play each other in anything, but this has been so ingrained in the community that it's a really big deal, these teams playing each other.
Conrad Albert is starting in goal for Lewiston, along with Ryan Bossy. We've seen Bossy play such a good job in defense for Lewiston, so he'll be helping out Albert. Also, Willie Blanchette earning a start today for the Blue Devils. And be introduced Evan Cox, one of their key men on attack, and Jack LeBlond as well. Number 19 in blue being introduced for the Blue Devils. This is a team that it's no necessarily a headliner, but Alex Robert getting a start as well for Lewiston. So those are your starters for the Blue Devils on this Monday afternoon. And the Red Eddies, who are the home team here in Auburn, Norway Savings Bank Arena, getting introduced right now. Gavin Toussaint will be getting the start in goal for the Red Eddies, the sophomore keeper. Between the pipes for Edward Little, be introduced as well on defense. Dylan Campbell, he's a sophomore, so a young team, certainly in some positions this year for Edward Little. Ben Lane Robichard be introduced, along with number 5, Eli Thibodeau, and number 21, Logan Alexander as well. And Ben Cassidy, who we mentioned in the pregame, who had a goal against Bangor, be introduced for the Red Eddies. So the lineups have been introduced, and we're going to get this thing started after the anthem. We'll pause and for the anthem, and we'll be back with the face-off in just a moment. There it is, the Star Spangled Banner on this Monday afternoon. Aaron Morse alongside the coach, Dave Wing, to bring you all the action here today. Lewiston and Edward Little, the Red Eddies, the home squad. I'm sure Lewiston, a nice contingent of their fans, of course, to our left here as well. And, you know, if Edward Little wants to somehow pull off the upset and end Lewiston's 20-game winning streak going back to last year, what's be some keys in your mind?
I think they have to have good goaltending. I think Toussaint's going to have to play really, really well, not make any mistakes. I think they need to clear rebounds and get things out from in front of the net. And then thirdly, I think that transition through center ice, that's Lewiston's game. They skate really well, blue line to blue line, and then they attack you 2-on-1, 3-on-2. You got to stop the puck carry, and you got to stop the puck in center ice. And I think if EL can do that and stay out of the penalty box, I think they got a good shot here. Everybody that I talked to here up on press row has said they've improved a lot since those early games, and I'm expecting them to continue with Norm Gagne as their coach.
Lewiston, of course, in their blue uniforms with the white numerals on the back. Edward Little, maroon and white. Red Eddies, as usual, about ready to get this face-off going. It'll be Ben Cassidy handling the face-off against Alex Robert. And we're underway with Edward Little winning the face-off and pushing it up into the offensive zone and Lewiston's end. Edward Little going right to left. Lewiston with the puck, though, now going left to right. And on the move, it's Evan Cox on the far side up against the boards, and it's knocked out of play.
You know, that's that transition through center ice. They come to the puck to shorten up the pass, and then they really fly through center ice, either passing or skating. And, boy, you got to be careful. You're facing a 2-on-1 odd man rush.
Absolutely. And so, face off there. And Lewiston gets the puck. It goes back to Ryan Bossy, who pushes it ahead. And then Edward Little gets it back on the far side. Still in their own end. They push it into neutral ice. And the Blue Devils regain possession of the puck on the near side briefly before they have to push it back into their own end a little bit. And they're able to push it up ahead as Evan Cox racing after the puck. But that's going to be icing. And it's going to be Edward Little and Lewiston facing off on the other end after that icing call.
But again, EL, you could see them doggedly attacking the puck carrier, attacking the pass, trying to get a piece of it. and force the puck back into the Lewiston defensive zone. That'll be Yale's game.
And the face-off on the end, won by Lewiston, so they'll push it up ahead real quickly. Nice move by Sam Frechette. He'll cross it. A little bit too wide for his intended target, but they bat it back around, does Jacob Story. On the near side up against the boards, behind the net, Edward Little, as Alex Landry pokes it away for the Red Eddies into neutral ice, and here comes Edward Little with Gunnar Winslow on the move. Goes behind the net. Already both teams making some changes from the starters they announced earlier.
Yeah, change it on the fly, just as quickly as they can.
With it, but now Edward Little gets it back. Sam Frechette pushes it up ahead into neutral ice for Lewiston. And Alex Landry chases it down for Edward Little. Now they get it over to Morneau. Into neutral ice it goes. Puck up against the boards. Now right at center ice. Firing it over by the Edward Little net were the Blue Devils, but Gavin Toussaint, the keeper for Edward Little, pokes it back to one of his teammates. And Edward Little pushing right to left now into the offensive zone, but Lewiston trying to keep it away from them a little bit. It's Sam LaRoche.
Both teams trying to attack in center ice, trying to stop those passes.
No score, 13:05 to go in the first period. Here in this classic rivalry, Edward Little, Lewiston. Edward Little, Dylan Campbell handling the puck in their own end right now. Pushing into neutral ice, now Lewiston regains possession. Puck still sort of being hit back and forth with no real attack on either side at the moment.
No, both teams playing good defense, getting a piece of the puck and getting in the passing lanes.
Ryan Bosley handling the puck for Lewiston behind their own net. Now here come the Blue Devils. They push it up ahead for Evan Cox. Evan Cox across the blue line, drops it off, and the shot saved by the keeper Toussaint. The shot was fired by Alex Robert, but Toussaint able to save it and deflect it away a little bit. So that's our first shot on goal and first save of the afternoon. Alex Robert with the shot and the save by Gavin Toussaint. Puck in neutral ice right now. Lewiston with it. And an open ice check and a whistle.
Oh, offside. You know, they made him dodge at the blue line, and his line mate get in a little bit ahead. So face off just outside the Lewiston offensive end. Again, good up and down skating. Both teams have been a little cautious so far. Again, trying not to give the puck away.
Lewiston with the puck. In neutral ice, Frechette pushes it up ahead for Dustin LaRochelle, who had 2 goals, as I mentioned, against Cheverus in their most recent victory. And now they center it behind the net. It goes. Alex Robert battling for the puck, along with Ben St. Laurent. And Edward Little takes it back. Still behind their own end. They get into neutral ice where waiting for it was Willie Blanchette. Blanchette with the puck now in his own end, pushes it back. And Blanchette gets it back, and Edward Little drops off a little bit. Blanchette will get a chance to set things up for the Blue Devils, but Edward Little takes it away. Now, kind of in his lonesome on the attack for Edward Little is Keegan Rodriguez. There's no one really around. There's a bunch of blue jerseys, though. And now here come the Blue Devils up ahead. Evan Cox hits that one out of play.
Yeah, Yale sent a 1 forechecker in. Sometimes they've sent 2. But again, they send that forechecker in, see if they can get them to throw an errant pass up at center ice or make them change direction and have to reverse the puck.
It'll be a face-off right at center ice. And Lewiston able to get to the puck first in their own end, though. So only 1 shot on goal we've seen today so far with 10:48 to go in the first period in a scoreless game. Alex Robert up ahead, drops it off the shot, and another save by Toussaint off the shot from Evan Cox. The puck stayed in front of the net a little bit, but Edward Little able to poke it away.
Yeah, nice job. I said that was one of the keys, getting those rebounds and getting him out in the corners.
Cox pushes the puck up ahead behind the net this time. Edward Little gets it back. And a big check that time delivered by Alex Robert on the boards for Lewiston. But Edward Little still able to maintain possession. Now here come the Red Eddies. They push in neutral ice. It's Reed Chapman on the move for Edward Little. And Chapman behind the line, up against the boards. It's taken away. Good check that time by the Lewiston defender. That was Ryan Bossy. And they get the puck back. And then Bossy collides with Cassidy of Edward Little. A big-time collision. Fans loving it. No whistle, they play on. 9:55 to go, first period, no score. Puck goes up ahead. Toussaint stays home, so Lewiston able to get to it. Behind the net, now Edward Little gets back on the near side, and stumbling a little bit was one of the Lewiston players, Ridge Field. Boy, Lewiston plays everyone. And now the puck in neutral ice.
High stick. If he hits it next, it goes all the way down. But he waited, had some patience. He played the puck. So it was an infraction.
As Logan Alexander pushes the puck behind the Lewiston net and swings all the way around the far side along the boards. Now taken back by Edward Little, and the pass goes up ahead, but Lewiston will get to it. Aaron Perkins there had a steal, but an interception of the puck, and then his pass went around the boards, and Lewiston got it back, and now an icing call on the Blue Devils, and there'll be a line change for Lewiston here.
I think so far Lewiston's done what you would expect. Fast through center ice, they're dominating the play, but EL has played great defense, and they're stopping that odd man rush and staying out of the penalty box. So both teams playing the way that they want to so far.
As the face-off, Edward Little gets it back. Here's a strong deflection, and it goes in for the goal. But are they waving it off? Coach Wing thinks it's going to be waved off.
He can't hit the puck above the level of the top of the goalpost.
Wow.
And they said no goal, and there's no replay, folks.
A high sticking call. High stick.
We can see it. Tell me, what do you think? Was it above the goalpost? You don't know. That was a tough one to call, but the official was right there.
What an entry, though.
So if it's played to the high stick, it goes all the way. It should go all the way down, I believe.
Dylan Campbell's the one who set that up, but then a high stick call.
All the way down, played with a high stick.
No goal. No goal.
He waved it off right away. There was no question on the official's mind.
The fans sure thought it was a goal. In fact,
fans down there sure did.
So did the sound effects, folks, here.
Was it above? We're asking the fans. Was it above? A little bit. Yeah, we got confirmation.
From the Lewiston fans.
Yeah.
That's a little biased. All right, Lewiston.
Just a touch.
On the face-off, 8:49 to go here in the first
nice
period.
Save.
Another save by Toussaint.
2 saves by Toussaint.
Edward Little doing a good job right now on defense. So they nearly had the goal, but a high stick call.
Delayed penalty. Toussaint to the bench.
Coach Wing all over it.
So I didn't see holding. No, I'm sorry. Interference. Interference on number 8 from Lewiston. That is La Rochelle going in the sin bin.
Power play. 2 minutes. Power play now for Edward Little. 8:36 to go.
EL has to take advantage of this.
Absolutely. They nearly had a goal there to take the early lead. Right now it's a scoreless game at Norway Savings Bank Arena. And the puck in neutral ice. Edward Little pushes it up ahead.
Boy, Frechette has been everywhere on this penalty kill. It's going to make a change.
Edward Little with the puck, but way in their own end right now. As it's a power play, as I mentioned, for the Red Eddies. 1:26 to go in the power play. Edward Little nearly had a goal earlier, but it was waved off right away, and Coach Wing was all over it. Here's a check on the near side. The puck is still in Edward Little possession. It's Ben Cassidy on the move in the neutral ice. Cassidy push ahead on the far side for Logan Alexander. Now they cross it back, and on the near side, it goes wide of the net. Here's Cassidy behind the net for Edward Little. Oh, he tried to center it to Logan Alexander, but he missed it. And they clear it up ahead where Toussaint will take the puck. So 52 seconds left on this power play for the Red Eddies.
Lewiston doing a decent job killing off this penalty. They've had good skaters out here, and they've gotten the puck down the ice.
7:18 to go in the first period of action. No score right now.
Yell's missed on some of their passes during this power play.
It's Alex Robert on the short-handed opportunity. The cross, no. Robert gets the puck back, though. Drop it off.
I think Robert was too unselfish there. He should have taken the shot.
Yeah, he might have had a shot there.
Yep, they are very unselfish, but I think there he should have taken it.
15 seconds to go in the power play. Chance for Edward Little along the near side. Alex Landry with the puck. Landry tried to center it, but there's too many blue jerseys. Losing all over it. Really doing a good job getting back on defense. 5 seconds left in the power play, and they'll kill this one. Well done by the Blue Devils. Back, both teams at full strength with 6:31 to go. First period in a scoreless game. In open ice, in neutral ice, Morneau pushed it up ahead for the Red Eddies. Now Lewiston gets the puck back. Morneau still causing some trouble. This is the first year not starting, but playing for Edward Little. Puck now in neutral ice. And Morneau again will just push it up ahead and then check out of the game. Where Conrad Albert, the keeper, the senior for Lewiston, had the puck. 5:57 to go. And here comes Sam Frechette along the far side for Lewis, and they push it up ahead. And it deflects back to Evan Cox. But check that, Dustin Larish on number 8, not number 9. Larish had it. Lewiston still with a chance here. It gets centered. And unable to get a shot off was Ben St. Laurent. Everett Little came over and broke it up.
But again, they broke it up. Nice play, but then they just gave the puck right back to Lewiston. They've got to do a better job of controlling those passes.
Larishaw swings it around for Owen Cox. Up ahead now for Ben St. Laurent. And St. Laurent, big collision with Reed Chapman that time.
Both times the Lewiston skater's been ready for the check and laid one on, so it was a double whammy. Each guy got a little piece.
Lewiston with the puck in neutral ice along the near side, trying to get something going here against this Everett Little defense. Ben Cassidy drops it off now for Ben Lane Robichard. Up ahead now for Logan Alexander. Alexander in a neutral ice, pushes it up ahead. It's Cassidy on the move. Cassidy 1-on-2, shot save. Saved by Albert, and then he smothers it. We'll have a face-off on that end.
No rebound there. Nice play. Nice soft pads. Stopped the puck and smothered it.
Ben Cassidy, the junior forward for the Red Eddies, shot that between two defenders, and then Albert smothered it. Face-off here along the far side. Still a good opportunity for Edward Little, but Lewiston wins the face-off. It's Ryan Bossy who ended up with it. Over now. We'll get it back in neutral ice briefly before Edward Little pushes it back behind the net, where Bossy controls for Lewiston. Bossy pushes up ahead into neutral ice. Now they drop it back, and Edward Little still with possession of the puck. But it deflects across the blue line into Lewiston's end. They get the puck back. Push it up ahead back in neutral ice. And a high shot. Eli Thibodeau from way outside went over the net.
Delayed offside. They yelled. They never fully cleared. Once it's offside, they got to all be outside. And they didn't all get out. So the faceoff's going to come outside the blue line.
Face-off outside the blue line of the late offsides. Coach Wing, glad you're here. You got everything. You definitely, I would have had no idea after that the high stick call earlier. Lewiston wins the face-off and pushes it up into Edward Little's side of the ice. 4:07 to go here in the first period. There is still
nice pass.
No score. Here's a chance for Edward Little on the breakaway. Shot won't go. As that was Aaron Perkins who had an opportunity. Now another chance for Edward Little, but Lewiston able to get the puck back into neutral ice.
Yeah, we're doing a good job.
Evan Cox pushing ahead on the far side. Now Robert with it. Robert. Edward Little slapping at the puck there, and they're able to get it out of some harm's way, and a whistle. 3:34 to go.
The net's off the mooring, so they're going to have to reset it.
Stop the clock at 3:34.
They have a magnet in the ice for youth and high school hockey, and they have metal post that goes inside that goal post is hollowed out, and when you put it over there, the magnet holds it in place.
Here's a face-off.
Lewiston's won all the face-offs, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty good at it.
And Lewiston now trying to get something going. We've already seen a couple nice saves by Gavin Toussaint. And now it's Sam Frechette with the puck for the Blue Devils. Drops it off. Now Frechette with it, right by the net, centers it. Shot, save, deflection, no. Dustin Larishaw was right in front of the net, but Toussaint was all over it. Deflected back to Frechette, so Lewiston still with the puck. Puck goes behind the net, and Larishaw pokes it over to Frechette again.
Yeah, EL with some sloppy passing, really.
Here's a good opportunity here. Oh, just a little wide of Larishaw. And now we have a whistle.
Now, this second time as Toussaint's gone down, the goal has become unlodged. You know, About the third time of that, they're going to give him a delay of game, so he needs to be careful of that. I mean, there's no rule that says on the third one, but the officials get a little stink eye looking at that.
Score.
Don't like it much.
2:48 remaining.
Sloppy passing by EL put them in trouble down here.
In the first period, another chance for Lewiston. Robert's shot goes high. Buck behind the net here for the Blue Devils. They poke it back out, and now the keeper leaving as the puck.
Delayed penalty again.
Yep.
So as soon as EL touches the puck, the play is blown dead. So Lewiston gets an extra skater on. So it's 6-on-5, and
now we'll have there it is, and a little check there after the whistle.
I didn't see who it was. I was looking up here, an elbow, and the call is on. Looks like number 26.
Dylan
maybe?
Campbell, at least the way he's talking with the official.
Dylan Campbell.
So Campbell.
So
2
this
minutes.
is what EL doesn't want to do. They
Power
don't
play.
want Lewis to be on a power play. They're very good. They're very unselfish. They move the puck around. See if they can stave this off.
All right, face off, and here's a power play for Lewiston. This is definitely a big test in this first period. 2:05 to go in the period for the Edward Little defense. Ryan Bossy with the puck for the Blue Devils. Gets it over to Robert. Alex Robert drops it off.
EL in the box.
Frechette now a shot was deflected way high and out of play.
What they're trying to do is they're putting a man in front to block the goalie's vision and then send a shot in, and the forward in front of the goaltender is trying to tip it, especially up high, so it tips over his shoulder when he goes down, but that one was into the net.
Minute 52 remaining and minute 35 in the power play here. Oh, nearly a chance there for La Rochelle. Puck behind the net, though. Everett Little still playing some tough defense. Here's Robert with it. Drops it off for Frechette. Still tough angle right now. Frechette will drop it for Bossy. Bossy back to Frechette on the near side. In the offensive zone right now. Frechette will look to center it. Now he'll go to the far side. Frechette. Oh, he tried to drop it off.
Dropped it back. Nobody there.
No one home. And so a long journey for Owen Cox to go get the puck.
And it runs time off the clock, and now an icing.
Icing call. Yeah, you can't ice it when you're on the power play.
No, that's right. That's a no-no.
So an icing call with a minute 19 to go.
The difference, of course, in high school is the icing doesn't cost you. You don't have to leave the same guys on. You can replace them. So not quite the same disadvantage.
Still, it goes on the other end, a chance for possibly a shorthanded opportunity here for the Red Eddies. Here's the faceoff, but Lewiston's winning every faceoff, as you mentioned. And Everett Little takes it back briefly. Minute 11 remaining here.
Lewiston EL sending one man in. The other man waits at the blue line, so they see if they can disrupt the offense.
Here come the Blue Devils. Into the offensive zone across the blue line. On the move, Evan Cox. Cox behind the net now. Will push it around the boards on the far side. And now they're looking to center it. And they do get a center shot opportunity, but it gets deflected wide. I believe that was La Rochelle. The jersey's pulled way up. Now back out to Bossy. 23 seconds in this power play. Down to 18 in the power play. Lewiston still with the puck, but Everett Little doing a good job right now at least. And Everett Little able to clear it.
8 seconds left. Not time for another rush. Oh!
That nearly deflected in. Back in the own end. Lewiston back in their own end right now. The power play is over. 15 seconds left in the first period. Lewiston, though, still on the move, even though they no longer have the man-up opportunity. Frechette and battling for it along the far side with Aaron Perkins right now, and a couple of other Blue Devils and Red Eddies getting in on the act with 1 second left, and that's going to conclude the first period of action.
Nice first period for EL.
Yeah, a scoreless first period. Each team had a power play opportunity, but in the end, neither team scores, and so the first period concludes scoreless. A couple nice saves from Gavin Toussaint.
Oh, Toussaint played very well.
Young keeper. There really wasn't much of a challenge for Conrad Albert in this period.
Nope.
Everett Little couldn't do much on offense, but defensively,
three shots.
They held him off. So we'll take this break, about 12 minutes here, looks like, between periods, and we'll come back with the second period in just a bit here on Maine's Big Z. Online, the video feed, mbr.org.
Of course, you can watch the entire video on demand. If you missed the first half, just go to MBR Sports YouTube channel. We DVR it there. You can catch up here a little bit if you need to, or you can watch it later on as well. Chris Miller is the Senior Vice President for United Insurance. He's the Vice President and Agency Manager in Auburn. United Insurance in Auburn is located at 31 Court Street on the second floor. You can find them online at unitedinsurance.net. Good morning, Chris. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
Doing very good. Doing well. So you went to the University of Maine at Fort Kent. Was that a quick drive to wherever you were going after that? Was that just a quick jaunt?
It is at the northern part of the state. However, I'm originally from Caribou, so it was a logical decision for me to drive another 50 miles north and go to that school.
That makes a lot of sense. No, that's good. So you're originally from the county then? That's good.
I am, yes.
That's nice. When did you make the move down here?
I came to southern Maine in 2003. I started working for an insurance company as a marketing rep, and so I made my way to the other half of the state.
That's awesome. That's good. Glad to have you. So this time of year, obviously, this type of weather and this winter is something that can be taxing to a lot of folks. I assume a lot of weather-related claims going on, especially, going back even last fall to the storm.
Yeah, certainly the windstorm during the ending part of October was severe for everybody, really, across the state. We saw a significant amount of claims, and then we had a short reprieve, only to have this cold snap. We have seen our fair share of claims, freeze-ups, auto accidents, and with this warming trend, we suspect that we'll see more claims kind of coming forward here as pipes begin to unthaw and either burst or break.
Yeah, that's quite a few of those roofs and other things, issues as well for folks.
Yes, absolutely. It will be interesting as it does warm. A lot of snow load at this point, and so we would recommend that people get out and shovel their roofs to prevent any water leaks or ice dams. With this warm weather, I assume there'll be more cold weather coming in the near future, and so those do tend to cause ice dams, and which can turn into a potential claim. Anything
you would suggest to folks in terms of prevention for things so that they're not having to call you for a claim?
Obviously, if you haven't had your furnace serviced, make sure that's done and taken care of. A lot of times furnaces will go out and people are away and don't know about it, and that's how freeze-ups can occur. With respect to roofs, just at the very least try to shovel some of the peaks and the valleys where snow loads can accumulate through wind and so forth, and we do see claims in those areas.
Excellent. Now, where you're from up in the county, you must have played basketball up there, right?
I did, yes. I played at Caribou High School, and then I did go on to play 4 years in college as well at University of Maine at Fort Kent. So
that's awesome.
Many moons ago, though.
Many moons ago. That's good. Talk a little bit about, you guys are obviously sponsoring today's game, or sponsoring our coverage of today's game. We like to make sure all the athletes are getting their coverage because it seems to be going away every time I turn around. Talk a little bit about how important it is for United Insurance to give back to the community.
Yes, absolutely. We are dedicated to making sure that we are giving back to the community. We sponsor a variety of nonprofits across the state. Just to name a few, maybe the Boys and Girls Clubs of Southern Maine, United Way. We do some stuff for the Maine Red Cross Foundation. But as being a member of this community, we feel it is important that we try to have a positive impact and do what we can to help out a variety of nonprofits.
We have been talking with Chris Miller, Senior Vice President, United Insurance. Of course, you can find them, again, at 31 Court Street, second floor in Auburn, or online at unitedinsurance.net. Chris, thank you very much for support today, and thanks for stopping by.
We appreciate it as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center, Central Maine Orthopedics, OA Centers for Orthopedics, all playing on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
Winter People Athletics creates custom athletic apparel, including team uniforms and spirit wear. They support team sports programs by offering a variety of clothing and other merchandise which can be personalized with team logos, player numbers and names, and various other options. They can also provide innovative custom screen printing and embroidered apparel to create fun and engaging fan and booster items to sell for your team fundraising efforts. Call Steve Haynes, Athletic Apparel Consultant, at 207-869-6019 or online at winterpeople.com.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
All aboard MBR.org, the place to get all your high school and amateur sports news and information. MBR.org is in high gear with Maine high school winter sports. Go to MBR.org to chat about your favorite team. Find the latest articles, travel news, and cancellations. Or visit their all-new and very popular team pages. MBR.org has everything you want to know about high school and amateur sports in Maine. Coming in February, all the high school tournament action at your fingertips 24/7. It's high school sports heaven. All aboard MBR.org.
Full Court Press is on your team. Full Court Press is more than just a coffee shop. Some of their print services include color copies, black and white copies, posters, bindings, calendars, cards, business cards, and every door direct mail. They're located at 855 Main Street in Westbrook. Call them today at 207-464-0002 or request an estimate, place an order, and much more on their website at fullcourtpress.biz. That's fullcourtpress.biz. When you need a copy shop to bring the heat, it's time to hire Full Court Press.
From the front office staff to the medical technicians and the doctors, we're all playing on the same team. Discover Spectrum Healthcare Partners and the power of integrated specialty care.
Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing here at the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. This is the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on Maine's Big Z 105.5 and AM 1240. And online, the video stream, MBR.org. We're between periods right now. The first period, well, if you're online watching the video feed, you'll see it's 0-0. Lewiston and Edward Little here in boys high school hockey. The Red Eddies entered this game with a record of 4-3 overall. Undefeated this year, though, right here at Norway Savings Bank Arena, 3-0 at home. Lewiston, of course, undefeated overall, 8-0. Now, Edward Little had that goal called off because of the high stick. That was really their best opportunity. They had a power play, didn't do much with it, but they played well on defense.
Yeah, I think, as I said before the game started, I thought Toussaint had to play well, and he has. I thought they had to take care of the rebounds and get them out of there, out in front of the net, and they did that. And they've been in the passing lanes through center ice to disrupt Lewiston, racing up and down and setting up 2-on-1s and odd man rushes and so on. I think I agree with you. I think EL has played very well. You can tell that they have improved. And it's hard to say whether they're changing Lewiston's style or whether Lewiston just isn't skating today, but we haven't seen the all-out going for it and passing around except on the power play. The power play, they kept it right in the zone pretty much and got some good shots, and Toussaint came up big. So we'll see if EL can continue to hold them off, but they need to get some offense going. You know, I mean, they could play another period like this one. If they could go into the third with the score either 1-0 or no score, the shots are only 6-3 Lewiston. That's not a lot of shots, which means they played great defense. It has to go between the goalposts and must be handled by the goalie. Anything that hits a goalpost is not a shot. It's crazy stat.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So 6-3 on shots, which is not a lot, which means it's been EL's kind of a game. They don't want Lewiston racing up and down through center ice, creating those odd man rushes and then controlling the puck in the zone. So it's been a good first period for both teams.
Absolutely. Well, what are you looking for most of the the second period? What adjustments possibly these teams make?
Well, I think what Lewiston will do is Lewiston is not much of a dump it in type of team. I think we may see some of that because I think they're quite a bit faster than EL, and you dump it in and then you beat the defenseman to the puck in the corners, and that allows you to get control of it deep in the zone. Bruins do quite a bit of that with their speed. So I expect to see a little bit more of that. I think EL had some sloppy passes, which led to Lewiston getting some point blank shots on goal. And I think if Lewiston, if EL controls their passing game a little better, they may be able to start to mount some offense. But I expect Lewiston to come out full bore this second period and try to dominate and keep the puck in the offensive zone, see if they can put a couple in.
We'll decide on a United Insurance player of the game after this one. Obviously, we haven't had a goal yet. I'd say the leader right now may be Gavin Toussaint.
I was just going to say, I would say Toussaint if you were asking me.
Yeah, he's played really well as both teams now taking the ice again. Everett Little in the white and Lewiston, of course, in the blue. As Lewiston right now, as we mentioned before, working on a 20-game winning streak going back to last year. Let's take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have the second period of action. This is Central Maine Community College and Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on Maine's Big Z online, MBR.org.
All aboard MBR.org, the place to get all your high school and amateur sports news and information. MBR.org is in high gear with Maine high school winter sports. Go to MBR.org to chat about your favorite team. Find the latest articles, travel news, and cancellations. Or visit their all-new and very popular team pages. MBR.org has everything you want to know about high school and amateur sports in Maine. Coming in February, all the high school tournament action at your fingertips 24/7. It's high school sports heaven. All aboard MBR.org.
On the video feed, you're watching the face-off here. Edward Little and Lewiston, the second period underway at Norway Savings Bank Arena. Aaron Morse alongside the coach Dave Wing here as we are scoreless at the moment between these two squads. Edward Little and Lewiston. And if you're listening on the radio feed, as we have a whistle here.
Offside.
Offside's call.
Lewiston. You know, you try to anticipate when somebody's going to go across the blue line with the puck, and if they deviate from what you think, you've either got to angle or drag a foot. He tried to drag a foot, didn't drag it long enough, so he's offside. That's a tough one. That's your responsibility, not the puck carriers.
All right, face off, and the puck goes behind the Edward Little net.
Lewiston dumping it in like I thought they might.
Yeah, Lewiston going right to left on your radio dial. You're listening on Maine's Big Z and on your video feed here on MBR.org in a scoreless game. 14-16 to go. As here's a slap shot chance there, but deflected away as it was Owen Cox elevating the puck, but Cox now gets it back right along the blue line on the near side. And a battle for it, and Edward Little ends up with it. Alex Landry got it briefly. Now back into neutral ice, and Edward Little pushes it ahead a little bit, but Lewiston gets the puck back, and they fling it forward towards the net, and just getting a glove on it and smothering it is Gavin Toussaint with 13:48 on the clock remaining here in the second period of action.
Yeah, Lewiston, I expected they might dump it in a little bit more and see if they could beat him to the puck. We've seen a little bit of that. We'll see if they continue.
Some action along the far side. Come on, hard checks. Lewiston gets the puck back, and puck down behind the net. Edward Little playing some tough defense, refusing to back down.
Looks to me like Lewis is up the notch here. They're a little more aggressive this period, physically and otherwise.
All right, Edward Little still playing some tough defense. And now on from the net, a chance, shot, save, and a putback no good either. Too high. As that time, from point-blank range, Rich Field had an opportunity but did not convert.
I guess, I'm not sure if they shot it wide, if Toussaint made a stop. I couldn't see if it tipped off him or not, but the lucky break for EL.
Jacob Story pushes ahead for Lewiston, but EL takes the puck back. And now, nice pass up ahead, but deflects off the intended target, and then taking a fall there was Reed Chapman for Everett Little. Puck goes up ahead behind the net for on the Lewiston end of the ice here. Scoreless game, 12:35 to go, second period of action. Lewiston with the puck on the near side, and it's Sam Frechette, I believe, there, taking a tumble for Lewiston, but he gets right back up. And Frechette, nice pass. Up ahead now for LaRochelle. LaRochelle on the move for Lewiston, off-balance shot, and Toussaint's there, and he smothers it.
Tripping penalty on EL.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, there were people falling all over the place that time.
He reached out. If you get the puck, sometimes they'll let it go if his skates go too, but he swung at the puck and missed it and cut the skates out. So now everybody's got to argue about what happened.
12-12 to go. Second period, no score.
I didn't see who the penalty is on. We'll see here. It's going to be a trip. So this was my worry. EL cannot let Lewiston go on the power play. Penalty is on number
Aaron
6.
Kane.
Aaron Kane.
Senior. So Kane will head to the penalty box in a 2-minute power play opportunity for Lewiston as Alex Robert is doing a great job on faceoffs against Ben Cassidy here on the faceoff. And Robert wins it. And they have power play opportunity for the Blue Devils. Frechette along the near side.
Ooh, outside. Everybody's got to clear out.
In neutral ice right now. Puck taken away here by the Red Eddies. That was Ben Cassidy causing some trouble for Lewiston. Lewiston gets the puck back, and here comes LaRochelle. LaRochelle takes a fall. It's cleared back into neutral ice, and Lewiston pushed it forward, but there's no one there.
Could have been another penalty.
Nice job that time by Ben Lane Robichard for Everett Little, just flinging that puck way on the other end, and Lewiston has to reset here. Minute 17 left in the power play. It's Robert on the move on the near side. Robert takes it behind the end line and drops it off, or tried to. Nothing there, but Lewiston gets it back. It's LaRochelle to Frechette behind the net. Frechette right behind the net, now gets the puck, centers it, shot wide. Wide from Owen Cox that time. Drop back, now a shot from way outside, gets smothered. Put back no good from Robert, and a whistle.
Cross check.
Ryan Bossy fired it from just in front of the blue line, and then Alex Robert had a chance, and a whistle. Coach explained what the blue whistle there.
Yeah, cross check. There was a Lewiston player right in front of the net ready to poke it home, and he got cross checked by number 26, Dylan Campbell. That's his second. I mean, do you take the penalty or do you let him get an easy goal? And he decided to take the penalty. Now they're 2 men short for at least 51 seconds.
Right.
Unless there's a goal scored.
So a big advantage now. 5-on-3.
5-on-3. That's a tough one. You got to set up a triangle, and it's got to rotate. You got to be able to move people in and out of that and try to stop the shots.
Evan Cox battling for the face-off for Lewis, and they win it. It's
broken stick. That's a tough one.
Now it's 5-on-2 because Everett Little's missing a stick. No stick for Ben Cassidy. His stick's broken in half. My goodness. Terrible disadvantage right now for the Red Eddies. And now they finally get a goal. As poking it in was Ben St. Laurent. And Lewiston goes on top with 10:45 to go here in the first period. In the second period of action, Lewiston takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, not only
5-on-3 power play.
Not only the 5-on-3, now it goes just 5-on-4. They get one man back, but also the broken sticks. Now it's really 5-on-2. There's not much you can do. It's always a debate. Do you race to the bench and let somebody come in your place? It's a tough one. It really is.
1-0 Lewiston on top.
No, this is interesting. It's still 5-on. Yeah, I was going to say it's 5-on-4.
The Blue Devils have
tried to sneak an extra guy on.
taking the early lead
1-0
here.
with 5. Now it's 5-on-4 for another minute 40 seconds. So that second penalty has already come back to haunt them.
Yep. So it's a lead for Lewiston. They still have a power play going. And now out in front of the net, and another goal. And Lewiston taking advantage fully of this power play.
Toussaint made this first save, but it just came right back out front, and they just slid it right through his knees.
And it looks like LaRochelle,
right in the 5-hole.
number 8, got that goal. His number is pulled all the way up his back, which is really helpful. But I'm pretty sure it was Dustin LaRochelle who got the goal there for Lewiston. They go up 2-0. So, right in front of the net that time.
Just the kind of thing that we said EL can't do it. They can't go in the penalty box.
So, it's 2-0 Lewiston. As Edward Little now back at full strength because of the goal there.
Lewiston picking up some speed now, being much more aggressive.
Nice glove save that time, though, by Toussaint on a shot there from the Blue Devils.
Really, that second goal, I said it's the defense's job to clear away those rebounds, and they just didn't get it done. So, Swidwin on the 5-hole.
I heard Bossy.
Bossy,
They
that's what it
gave
said.
Bossy credit for the goal?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we couldn't see the number really because.
Well, it's 3, so it could look like 9 or 8 or
Yeah.
anything else. So they're saying Bossy.
Well, 2-0 Lewiston is what's important here. The Blue Devils looking to win their 21st consecutive game going back to last season. I don't think that's, well, okay, I won't question them. It did not look like
Did you think
them.
it was Bossy? I didn't see it.
Yeah. Well, they gave it to Bossy. And now I see 8. LaRochelle does not have his jersey all the way pulled up, so maybe it was Bossy. All right, we're underway again after the face-off. Lewiston up 2-0 over Edward Little. If you're just joining us here in the second period in boys high school hockey. As Edward Little just could not handle the 5-on-3 and then a 5-on-4 as well. 2 goals in the power play for Lewiston. Obviously a big difference right now. Lewiston gets the puck back, and they get it back into neutral ice. Edward Little, though, will secure it. Puck goes behind the net. Lewiston on their own end. As Frechette pushes it forward. That is Evan Cox, who was all over it for Lewiston. Line change here. Drop back, and now a little bit of a mistake, and the opportunity if Keegan Rodriguez can get there for Edward Little on the far side.
Good hustle.
Yeah, Rodriguez badly for it, gets checked, still badly for the puck, and now a whistle with 8:46.
High stick. We have a high stick called on Lewiston.
Another high stick call. The first one was on Edward Little. 8:46 to go. Second period.
The difference with this high stick was the other one's hitting the puck. This one's hitting a man. You go in the penalty box for this one. So, is that 9 or 8?
And that's the guy who scored the goal. Who just subbed out.
9 from here.
Evan Cox, number 9. Yeah. Evan Cox may have had that goal then, but they gave it to Ryan Bossy. Anyway, here comes Lewiston on the move, and delayed penalty coming up.
It's going to even it up. They're going to call hook, I believe.
So initial power play opportunity.
Yeah, EL shooting themselves in the foot right now. And Lewiston came out skating hard, and EL has gone in the penalty box 3 times already this period. Penalty is on number 11, Ben Lane Robichaux.
All right, so we got a 4-on-4 now with 8:33 remaining in the second period. Face off. Lewiston wins it again. Blue Devils have been forced to be reckoned with in the face-off. As Sam Frechette has the puck. Frechette on the move. Frechette behind the end line. Frechette now still with the puck. Not sure where he was going necessarily, but Owen Cox pushed it forward, and now it's Alex Robert with the puck. Robert for Lewiston. Still on the move, Robert. Oh, trying to get into Frechette. It went past him, and Edward Little gets it. Alex Landry up ahead.
I think he thought it's Oh, they waved it off. Okay. I was going to say that I thought that was going to be icing. I don't know how they waved it off. 4-on-4, and it was above everybody's head.
Cox gets it over now on the move. That is Ryan Bossy for Lewiston. Now they drop it off to Owen Cox. He'll fire in a shot from the way outside, and it nearly went in.
Nice tip up over and into the net. The netting.
The netting, yeah, not into the net.
Not into the net.
7:36 to go here in the second period. Lewiston has scored 2 goals, both on power plays, one on a 5-on-3, the other on a 5-on-4, to take a 2-0 lead over the Red Eddies of Edward Little in this boys high school hockey matchup right here on Maine's Big Z and online at MBR.org. These two rivals.
Errant pass all the way down. So no icing. Lewiston definitely picked up the skating and the aggression this period. You can just feel it.
Bossy gets it over now to LaRochelle. Up ahead now on the move from the near side. Shot. No dice for
LeBlanc,
Jack
and stopped by Toussaint.
Toussaint with the glove save.
He really has played fairly well. The score is not indicative.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 5. Yeah, there was a 5-on-3, but it turned into a 5-on-2 because one of the sticks got shattered in half.
Yeah, and it really was the same penalty when they brought one man
Right.
back and then bang, got another one. So
there's no way you're stopping the 2-time defending state champions on a 5-on-2, essentially. Face off. Edward Little has the puck now behind their own net. Up ahead, and they'll go right to Conrad Albert, the keeper for Lewiston, who deflected over to Jacob Story. Story's a junior for the Blue Devils. Puck into neutral ice now. It's Evan Cox on the move. Evan Cox centers it for Roberts, and it goes just wide left. Robert gets the puck back, trying to survive a couple of checks along the boards. Poked away back to neutral ice and secured by the Blue Devils.
Penalty coming on EL.
Another penalty. Now a stick goes flying.
Check from behind.
And there's the penalty on the delay.
Probably going to call it a cross check. If he's checking from behind, it's a major, and he's going to sit out a while, or even a game misconduct. Wow. They're going to call cross check. So going in the box is number 8. That is Ben Cassidy.
Cassidy, one of their key players on offense, certainly. So that's a big loss.
But Lewiston has come out this period and dominated the play. They're winning all the face-offs. They've been really aggressive skating. They're hard on the puck. The game's been much more physical this period, and they've taken advantage of everything that they could.
Lewiston leads 2-0. There's 6:24 remaining in the second period of action. And now we're going to face off on the far side here. Ben Cassidy, as we mentioned, 2 minutes for cross-checking. And Lewiston with the puck now on the power play. It's Bossy up ahead for Ben St. Laurent, who had the goal earlier, the first
You can make
goal.
a case of that. Should have gone the other way. He went down to low and chopped the other guy.
Back goes the puck into neutral ice. And Bossy will calmly set things up for LeBlanc. LeBlanc shot from outside, saved with the knee pads by Albert, or pardon me, by Toussaint. And now the puck back into Lewiston's end.
EL trying to make a change. They're all making a change.
Here come the Blue Devils across the blue line. Robert tried to get to Frechette. It's knocked away. Now Frechette gets it behind the net. He'll drop it off for Owen Cox. Shot, save. Now the puck loose in front of the net and able to get to it was number 21, Logan Alexander for Edward Little, and another whistle.
We're going to get all kinds of stuff. They're going to send both those guys. And they got something in front of the net. I think there's going to be 3 penalties on this play. They got matching. Matching on 6, that's Aaron Kane, and 16, Alex Robert.
Alex Robert, one of the key players
and
for Lewiston.
I thought there was another one.
Well, they're still talking things over along the far side. 5:23 to go, second period in boys high school hockey. 2-time defending state champion Lewiston with a 2-0 lead over Edward Little. They've had 2 power play goals in this game. They're currently on another power play with 59 seconds left in the power play, but we have a host of penalties being called right now, and they're trying to sort things out along the far side.
Well, I think they called the matching over here along the boards, the two guys I just mentioned, but there was something in front of the net, and people were yelling about it and whatever, and the official behind the goal had his hand up, but I don't see anybody in the box for that.
Now both teams coming back onto the ice.
So I think it should be matching penalty, so it should be 4-on-3, not 5.
I see 2 Edward Little players in the penalty box.
Oh, 5-on-4.
Lewiston player.
Well, that one was already there. The other one matching,
Yeah.
They won't put it up. So 5-on-4. Sorry,
Right.
folks.
Still a power play for Lewiston.
Ooh, nice.
Shot that time by LaRochelle, saved by Toussaint. LaRochelle looking to chase it down. He's checked up against the boards by the Red Eddies Morneau. Now they drop it off for Willie Blanchette. Swing around the boards. Blanchette gets it back for Lewiston. Blanchette ahead now for Frechette. Now back to Blanchette. Here's a shot and it flicks away. Frechette gets to it on the near side for Lewiston. 28 seconds left in the power play. Frechette a shot off the post perhaps, or maybe saved a little bit by Toussaint.
No, I think he saved it.
Yeah, good job by Toussaint. Again, Frechette now battling for it behind the net. Everett Little, some good pressure here on defense, trying to kill this penalty. 15 seconds left in the power play. Chance for Lewiston, though, still. And a deflection that time, and it's smothered by Toussaint.
Nice.
LeBlanc deflected it.
Nice tip by LeBlanc, but Toussaint, again, another nice job. Squeezed those pads. He really has played fairly well. Like I say, the score's not really indicative. 6 seconds left on that penalty. The matching, they have to wait until there's a whistle after their penalty time is up, and then they can come out. So they can't come directly onto the ice.
Right. Here's a shot, saved again by Toussaint. LeBlanc really had a point-blank range opportunity there. And now teams at 4-on-4 right now. Here comes Edward Little on the other end. A shot, save that time. Ben Lane Robichard on the shot, and Conrad Albert denied it.
Even strength.
Edward Little, though, on the move. Another shot, and Albert able to initially save with his pads and then smother it, and then everyone collapsing on him. 3:56 to go here in the second period. 2-0, Lewiston on top of Edward Little.
Almost all of Yale's shots, though, on that last sequence were from too far out. You got to either that, or you got to have somebody in close to either tip it or pop in the rebound.
Face off along the far side. Edward Little still with an opportunity here. Each team at full strength right now. Here comes Lewiston in the neutral ice. Now pokes it ahead, but Edward Little will get it back. On their own end, trailing 2-0 here with 3:35 to go, second period. Puck in neutral ice and taken back by the Blue Devils and flung forward pretty impressively by number 10 in blue.
Icing.
That's Sam LaRoche, sophomore, now an icing call on Edward Little.
3:20. Yale would like to try to keep this even as long as they can. Maybe go in at the end of 2 periods down only 2-0, or maybe even get one here. So, boy, it's been a good ball game, but good ice hockey game so far.
Clock stop with 3:20 to go, second period. And
wave out.
Wave out one of the UL players and wave another one in. Now we're underway again. Puck behind the net on the EL end. Here's a deflection, goes a little wide from Ben St. Laurent, who had a goal earlier. Puck now swings around behind the net, and it's LaRochelle with it for Lewiston. Frechette now fighting for it along the boards with Logan Alexander on the far side. Alexander takes it away. Now Frechette. Good job. Frechette versus Alexander. Battling for the puck. Frechette. Oh, Alexander now gets it. Here comes EL on the move. It's Ben Lane Robichard, but it's taken away. Now the puck goes flying up into the ceiling. And a whistle.
I thought we were going to get that one. It looked like it was coming over the net. I was counting on Tyler to dive in front of us.
2:40 to go.
He didn't even look like he saw it. Come on.
2-0 in favor of the visitors from Lewiston.
By the way, I'd like to say that I don't think it's a good idea that they bring those French fries by us every period. What do you think?
I had a hot dog and a pizza before the game.
Oh, there we go. You're all set then.
Yep. All right. It's Morneau who's chasing after the puck now. Here comes Lewiston. Trying to stay on his feet is Alex Robert.
He got away with one there.
And now a whistle.
He clamped his arm on the stick like that, and it pulled it out of Robert's hand, so he didn't get a breakaway.
We do have a whistle
Hey,
here.
you can get away with it, you know? 13 shots by Lewiston, 6 by EL.
Face off, drops back now. Lewiston gets it back. It's Cox behind the net. Evan Cox with the puck. Pokes it back. Now Sam Payne got it forward for LeBlanc. Evan Cox comes aggressively in to try to get to it, but Ben Lane Robichard, he's got some good speed. Lane Robichard in the neutral ice. He drops off to his teammate that's number 32, Gunnar Winslow. In any case, puck goes behind the net.
Lane Robichard's got some outstanding speed.
Got some zip to him for sure. Lewiston trying to get back into the swing of things here a little bit. When the game's been at full strength for both sides, it's been pretty good
even.
battle.
Yeah.
Pretty good battle. Remember, EL had that goal called off because of the high stick. Not a lot of muster on that shot that time by Colin Merritt, a freshman. And now this one gets poked away again by the keeper, Conrad Albert. EL is trying to get on the board here, down 2-0. And now the puck goes back into their end with a minute 19 remaining in the second period. Along the far side, Lewiston gets the puck back briefly. Now the puck loose behind the net. Lewiston in the offensive zone right now. Now they drop it back into neutral ice. Bossy trying to secure it for the Blue Devils. Poked ahead a little bit. And Everville takes it back. Into neutral ice. Now they push it up ahead behind the Lewiston net.
Icing.
Icing is called, though, with 42.9 seconds to go. Second period, 2-0. Lewiston up on EL.
The only problem with that, it looks like an innocuous play, no big deal, but now it gives Lewiston, who's won all the faceoffs, a faceoff down in their offensive zone. Just don't want to make those kind of mistakes.
Face off. This time, though, won by Edward Little. And I'm not sure Eli Thibodeau was ready for that one. Comes and hits him in the skate. And now it's pushed around the Edward Little goal. Ridgefield battling for it for Lewiston. We didn't see a whole lot of Ridgefield their last game. They play everyone, though. Bossy up ahead. Now EL gets it back into neutral ice. And they push it up ahead behind the Lewiston net with 12 seconds left in the second period. Looks like going to wrap up here with 5. Back to neutral ice with 3. And that's going to do it for our second period of action. 2 power play goals for the Blue Devils in the second period, and they have a 2-0 lead over Edward Little. We'll take this break. We'll come back with the third and final period of action. Most likely, at least in regulation here. 2-0 Lewiston on top of EL here on Maine's Big Z Online, MBR.org.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center. Central Maine Orthopedics. OA Centers for Orthopedics. All playing on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
From the front office staff to the medical technicians and the doctors, we're all playing on the same team. Discover Spectrum Healthcare Partners and the power of integrated specialty care.
Winter People Athletics creates custom athletic apparel, including team uniforms and spirit wear. They support team sports programs by offering a variety of clothing and other merchandise which can be personalized with team logos, player numbers and names, and various other options. They can also provide innovative custom screen printing and embroidered apparel to create fun and engaging fan and booster items to sell for your team fundraising efforts. Call Steve Haynes, Athletic Apparel Consultant, at 207-869-6019 or online at winterpeople.com.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
All aboard MBR.org, the place to get all your high school and amateur sports news and information. MBR.org is in high gear with Maine high school winter sports. Go to MBR.org to chat about your favorite team. Find the latest articles, travel news, and cancellations. Or visit their all-new and very popular team pages. MBR.org has everything you want to know about high school and amateur sports in Maine. Coming in February, all the high school tournament action at your fingertips 24/7. It's high school sports heaven. All aboard MBR.org.
Full Court Press is on your team. Full Court Press is more than just a coffee shop. Some of their print services include color copies, black and white copies, posters, bindings, calendars, cards, business cards, and every door direct mail. They're located at 855 Main Street in Westbrook. Call them today at 207-464-0002 or request an estimate, place an order, and much more on their website at fullcourtpress.biz. That's fullcourtpress.biz. When you need a copy shop to bring the heat, it's time to hire Full Court Press.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house. The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal. We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who will get the IRS off your back.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
Call Tax Solutions now. Time is running out. Call 800-399-4661. 800-399-4661. 800-399-4661.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered your calls 24/7, 365 days per year. Call now and talk to someone who cares. Get connected with programs for teens, men, women, LGBT, vets, or faith-based. Call 800-646-1166. 800-646-1166. Most insurance covers substance abuse, and you may have zero out-of-pocket costs. Call now for a free assessment. Find treatment that fits you or your loved one best, including teens and faith-based options that use proven gentle recovery techniques. You can get back on track. Call 800-646-1166. 800-646-1166. 800-646-1166.
Showed us the invoice of the car, took $1,000 off, showed us all the rebates. Everything was full disclosure. No other dealer would do that for us. I have had at least 5 that said that, almost verbatim.
Why don't you say that? There's nothing to hide in the commercials. I mean, it's all out there.
What's the website, Amber?
YankeeFord.com.
Marty?
YankeeFord.com.
Jay?
YankeeFord.com.
Bert?
YankeeFord.com.
I'm a little confused here. I'm not sure what the website is. I'm not getting it.
YankeeFord.com.
Yeah, sure. That might be it. Plus oil changes for as long as you own your car. Maine State inspections for as long as you own the car.
I think if you go to the website, the point is that we're going to have the lowest price in the market.
Yeah.
And we're going to pay you more for your used car. And when you come in here, we're going to pull the invoice and show show you the cost. We're going to show you the rebates. We're going to be completely full disclosure.
Yeah.
Go ask the competitors to do that. They won't do it. Does that tell you anything?
Yeah, there's no fine print.
Big Z. And folks, Coach Wing, I want to get your opinion, as you also folks are watching on MBR.org as well. As right now you get a lovely shot of the ice here at Norway Savings Bank Arena. But, I mean, obviously Everett Little looks like a pretty quality squad. It's just a matter of staying out of that penalty box.
Yeah, well, I think what happened this second period is Lewiston came out much more aggressive. They picked up their skating, kind of got their skating legs, if you will, and they were flying up and down the ice. And what happened was they were a little more physical, and EL got a little more physical. The problem was their physical was a cross-check from behind and a tripping, and all of a sudden they're down 2 men. And as you said so eloquently, once you break a stick,
it's 5-on-2.
It's really 5-on-2, even though there's no such thing.
No such thing, but it was.
But it was in essence, because that's exactly. And the guy's got to make a decision. Do I try to race to the bench? And they never do, because you can't unless their bench is close. This was the long change. He's got no chance.
Yeah.
He can't get to his bench, so he's got to try to just stay in the way. And what happens is. He can't do it. So all of a sudden they're at a horrible disadvantage, so they get a goal there. Then they get 1 man back, but it's still 5-on-4, and there was a puck that Toussaint stopped. Nice pad save, but it bounced right back out front, and it was just slid right 5-hole. He didn't have a chance on it. So he really has played well. I think the difference has been they haven't had really many quality shots, and in contrast, Lewiston has a ton of shots, more than I think is on the board probably up there, and they've controlled the time in the offensive zone dramatically, especially in the second period.
Absolutely. Well, for those folks out there who maybe aren't hockey experts, if you're on a 5-on-3, and let's say the team that has 3 players commits another penalty, what happens then?
They extend the time. In other words,
okay.
In other words, instead of the penalty being up at the 4-minute mark, they put an extra guy in the box, and then they extended another 2 minutes, whatever. So you're really
in trouble.
Yeah, you're really in trouble. It's almost like a major.
Right.
The difference is somebody can come out on the first one.
Yeah.
So it gets really complicated, and a lot of times you need somebody to explain it to you, because sometimes I'm not sure I understand it. But it's an interesting sport when you commit a foul to be shorthanded. You know, they do it in field hockey also. But what it does is it gives you an opportunity then to maybe take advantage of it, and that's exactly what Lewiston did. Their 2 goals were when they had the power play, and so it made a difference that they had an opportunity to do that.
Ben St. Laurent scored the first goal. The second goal they announced as Ryan Bossy, but I thought it was either Evan Cox or Dustin Larishow.
We're disputing
that.
It's
a mystery man, but
we
it's 2-0 Lewiston.
We might be disputing that. We're not sure.
Ryan Bossy certainly has been very good. He's a defender for them.
The rule, this is Gretzky's fault. Wayne Gretzky didn't like just having the thing hanging down like it looked like a dress, so he started tucking in. That's not really it, but he started tucking in one side. Because I think it made it easier to get a shot off and whatever. I mean, that was the explanation.
Okay.
And so the bottom line is, but the difference is they have bigger numbers, and they have a fighting strap in the NHL that's a rule. It has to button so that it does pull down enough. And what's happening in high school when they tuck in that one side, it ruffles up the number, and the hip pads come up so high you can't see what the number is. So we've got a couple guys that 8, 9, 3, you can't tell which number's which, because at the top they all look the same.
Sometimes it's hiked up and sometimes it's not.
Yeah. So it's been. I blame it on Gretzky. That's not much else that he did wrong, but that might have been one of them, starting that little craze.
My initial impression was Larishow. He had 2 goals against Cheverus. Obviously a very talented player, senior for this team. They have a couple, Larishaw's a senior, Bossy's a senior, Evan Cox is a senior. His younger brothers, Owen Cox, is a sophomore, plays defense. Conrad Albert's a senior. So even though they lost a lot of guys from last year, they have a pretty veteran team.
Yeah, Frichette's a junior.
Right.
He can really skate. I was really impressed, EL, with Ben Lane Robichaud. He went flying up the ice, went by everybody.
Yeah.
The problem is there was nobody to go with him, and then he's in there 1-on-2, 1-on-3, and with nobody to pass it to. So, again, I've seen from that opening season, I dispute one of your statements, so I think opening night that we were here, EL lost here. They played St. Dom's, I believe, and they lost. We were here.
Well,
You
St.
don't
Dom's
think
supposed to have been the home team then.
Oh, I see what you mean when you're the home team.
When they're the home team, they're
Oh,
undefeated.
Oh, boy, there
Okay,
we go.
so they're not undefeated in this arena,
Okay,
but when they are designated as the home team, they're
Okay,
undefeated.
I apologize. I
So there you go.
I
St. Dom's was
apologize.
probably the
No,
home team for that
you're
game.
right,
That
though.
makes sense, so.
And but anyway, I think they've improved dramatically.
Excellent.
Dramatically improved.
So both teams taking the ice again. We're going to get the third period underway. Now,
Yeah,
last time we had a warm-up. And they don't do
there's
that?
no warm up.
There's no warm-up?
It says by local association, state association, all they're allowed to do, they let them on the ice with 1 minute to go, and when that 1 minute's up, which means they get just about that much, stretch, and you're done.
Yeah.
And if you look at the trainers and whatever, they say as long as you don't sit for more than 45 minutes, the exercise you got in the period before
is sufficient.
You don't need whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's to speed up the game. The 3 15-minute periods with all the stoppage of play makes the game quite a bit longer than like a basketball game.
All right, let's get the third period underway.
Yeah, ready to roll.
2-0 in favor of the two-time defending state champions, Lewiston Blue Devils, and they'll start with the puck off the face-off.
Face-off won by EL. That might be the first one that we saw.
Then Lewiston able to get it right back in neutral ice right now. Edward Little going right to left on your radio dial if you're listening on Maine's Big Z 105.5 and AM 1240. On your video feed live at MBR.org for this broadcast from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. What a play by
nice
Lewiston.
passing.
Just a great pass from Evan Cox, and then they were able to finish there in the middle for the goal. And I got my eyes on who got it. It was Alex Roberts with the goal for Lewiston. It's 3-0, or I believe.
Yes, 3-0.
Yeah,
what happened was they got the puck just outside their own blue line, the Edward Little blue line, and it was a cross-ice pass, skated in, and a beautiful pass from Cox to Robert for the goal.
Yep.
And again, we saw the pickup of Lewiston skating in the second period.
It was funny. There was almost no reaction from the people here. And so for a second, I was like, wait a second.
Well, it was a wide open net.
Yeah, just an easy goal for Lewis. And now they get it right back. Opportunity save that time, though, by Mr. Toussaint on the shot by number 26 in blue, Ben St. Laurent.
And that
earlier.
third goal,
big check that time in the open ice, but Lewiston gets the puck back right away in their own end.
Toussaint had no shot at that goal.
Yeah, it's 3-0 now, the score in favor of the Blue Devils over the Red Eddies in this matchup here. As another oohing and awing the crowd right now.
Yeah, it looks like Lewiston said, okay, we got a 3-0 lead. Let's start putting some leather on people because they've come out and done nothing but big checks. I'm talking big checks.
So Lewiston, that 3-0 lead over EL as Alex Robert with another goal. He's one of their leading goal scorers, one of their leading points men on the season. It's funny, like, there's a website where they have the stats for all the high school hockey teams, and for some teams, they're very incomplete. Lewiston only has like 3 games entered. Edward Little only has 4. We have another whistle here.
Well, icing on Edward Little.
13:02 to go, third period. 3-0
So the face-off back in their zone.
Yeah, icing call there, as Coach mentioned. 13:02 remaining, third period. That's the first full-strength goal for Lewiston. The other 2 were on power plays. But the Blue Devils in command right now over the Red Eddies in this boys hockey matchup. Aaron Morse alongside Coach Dave Wing. Puck now on the board in the offensive zone for Lewiston on the near side, and now Edward Little able to get it back. Puck goes behind the net, where chasing it down is Dylan Campbell. Campbell. Up ahead it goes now for Ben Cassidy. And another icing call, I believe.
Yeah, he didn't touch it on this side of the red line, so it's icing all the way down again.
12:27 remaining. Third period, 3-0. Lewiston on top. 3 different goal scorers. Not surprising. This team.
No, very well rounded.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice save by Toussaint again.
A good opportunity for Lewiston, but Toussaint able to smother it.
His glove has been incredible today.
And it's obviously a frustrating experience for him a little bit because he's doing all he can, and in the end, Little still losing 3-0 right now. Here come the Blue Devils on the move. Another one of those guys with his jersey all tucked up around his back. And now the puck comes spinning out, and Conrad Albert clears it into the neutral ice. And Everlow gets back. We have a whistle here with 11:55 remaining. Offside call.
I think they're going to just call it a regular offside, although his teammate was way in. Sometimes they say intentional and take it all the way down, but they're going to leave it right here.
We'll have a face-off on the near side and neutral ice between Blue Devils and the Red Eddies. And Lewiston with the puck. On their own end, looking for some options here. As they push it up ahead for Ben St. Laurent again, who's been very active. Little gets it back. They still have the numbers every time, it seems like, and the Blue Devils really confident on defense. They have it solidly anchored back there by Ryan Bossy and company. Here's Sam Frechette on the far side for Lewiston. He'll push it around for La Rochelle. Now back to Bossy. Bossy with the puck on the near side. Drops it off for La Rochelle. Frechette ends up, or check that, that's Ben St. Laurent again. Tried to get to Frechette, and it goes too far. Now a chance for Owen Cox. His shot, though, blocked by Keegan Rodrigue. And the puck goes behind the net. Now on the near side, they drop it back to Owen Cox. Owen Cox will push it around. And chasing it down is Chad Lynch, number 37 for Lewiston. Now back to Owen Cox. Puck goes behind the EL net again. 10:38 to go. Third period, 3-0. Lewiston in command. Here's a chance for the Blue Devils. They'll drop it back to Owen Cox. Push it around, but there's no one there right now, at least for Lewiston, although hustling over is Ridge Field. Now Lynch tried to center it, but it went right to Logan Alexander for EL. He can't quite secure it, though, and Cox pushes it around the net. Hustling over is Sam Payne. As Lewiston really going deep into their bench in this game. They're playing everyone, including the young sophomore Payne. Puck in neutral ice right now. Lewiston leading by a score of 3-0. And EL gets it back. Alex Landry pushes it up into neutral ice. That puck nearly hit the official, but he says we're all good. Ducked out of the way of that one. Here comes Landry for EL. Up ahead now for Cassidy, but Cassidy all by his lonesome there. There's no one to help him out. Willie Blanchett got it back for Lewiston. Up ahead now, Evan Cox with it on the near side. Cox will just push it up against the boards, and now Robert on the attack. Robert cuts it back. Oh, he lost control of the puck, though, and EL able to poke it away. Thought for a moment he's going to have a really nice opportunity to get a second goal. 3 different goal scorers today, we're pretty sure, for Lewiston. Here comes Robert. Robert with the puck, pokes it ahead, and then denies. Ben Cassidy went in for a check, and Robert said, "Get off me," and knocks him down. That reminded me of like the scene in Remember the Titans in football, where he's like, let him through, and then he just knocks the defender over. Puck now in neutral ice. 8:58 to go. Robert with it again. Slap shot high from Alex Robert, the junior.
Pretty good wood on that one.
Yeah.
Because they're all composite sticks now.
Pretty good composite. Doesn't have the same ring to it, I think.
No, it doesn't.
No. Reed Chapman for EL with the puck now, trying to battle behind the net, but there's just not much help. Big check from Chapman on La Rochelle, but Lewiston gets it back. It's Bossy with it again. Ryan Bossy kind of dictates that defense as Sam Frechette across the blue line. Nice skating by Frechette. Score! Top shelf he goes. And Lewiston takes a 4-0 lead. 8:14 to go. third period.
Yeah, he really went end to end. He can fly, and nothing the goaltender can do there. You know, I know the score looks 4-0, like the goalie Toussaint didn't have a very good game, but hey, he came in. The goalie tried to play it straight up. He had nobody to help him, and a little snipe right up over his shoulder. Nothing he can do there.
Top shelf Sam Frechette has made it 4-0 in favor of Lewiston.
Yeah, the second and third periods, Lewiston has come out and played a whole different game. Much more physical, much faster skating.
Oh, and that shot from way outside goes in just from near the blue line with the goal. That is Ben Lane Robichard, the sophomore for Edward Little, goes top shelf from distance.
Yeah, just a slap shot, and it was a rocket. Went right over Albert's shoulder. He never saw it at all. He was screened in front. 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1. Ben Lane Robichard, an impressive goal for the Red Eddies from way outside here. Albert looked like he never saw that coming, which makes sense. I mean, that's the furthest away goal I've seen this season so far. 4-1 the score. Clock running down now, 7:50 left in the third period. And here comes Edward Little again on the attack. They're not backing down from the Blue Devils.
No, they're going to play tough. No question about that. Oh, nice shot in there. Seeing eye.
Smothered, though, by the keeper. 7:37 remaining, third period. As they make some line changes here. 4-1. Lewiston on top of Edward Little in the third period of action. Face off now here on the near side. Ben Casti taking it for the Red Eddies. Puck now along the boards, being fought for and won by Edward Little. Another opportunity here as Logan Alexander had the puck. But now a puck goes flying, or pardon me, a stick goes flying. Someone lost their stick. Now it's dropped back to Eli Thibodeau. Tried to drop back to Dylan Campbell. Puck now neutral ice where Campbell secures it. Campbell pushes ahead across the blue line where Willie Blanchette takes it back for the Blue Devils and pushes it over to Evan Cox. Yep, that's Evan Cox. Now Alex Robert. Robert on the move. Shot saved by Toussaint. Now deflects away. Oh, the putback opportunity for Jack LeBlanc. He couldn't quite get a solid stick on it. Still loose in puck, though. Toussaint, though, another nice save. And now the puck goes flying over onto Lewiston's end.
Another nice save by Toussaint.
Puck being fought for along the near side. Centered shot saved that time by Conrad Albert on the shot by Morneau. And the crowd reacted to it as we continue play here. 4-1. Lewiston on top of Edward Little. Puck goes behind the EL net. Now back into neutral ice where the Blue Devils will secure it. It's Larichelle. He'll drop it back for Bossy. Bossy with the puck. He kind of dictates things. Handles the puck a lot in their own end. Gets it over now. It's Frechette who had the top shelf goal earlier across the blue line. Frechette on the move, still with possession on the near side. Pass it back now for Bossy, and we have a whistle. With 5:52 to go, third period, it's 4-1.
Elbow call on, I believe it's number 10.
So that's Alex Landry.
Alex Landry.
Everett
Again, you know, those are the things that Frechette came in flying all over the place and into the corner, and an elbow by Landry. They just can't put themselves in this kind of a disadvantage.
2-minute power play opportunity for the Blue Devils, already up by 3 goals. It's Bossy, shot, save by Toussaint. Frechette secured it, and Frechette tried to get it back in. He stopped it with his hand and tried to poke it in, but he could not do it. Tough angle. Now the puck being fought for behind the net. Who's going to end up getting it? It's Larichelle briefly to Frechette now. There's Robert on the near side. Robert with the puck. Robert still looking for some options here on the near side by the boards. He'll center it. And this is Frechette now to Bossy. Bossy pushes it along the boards on the side. Robert in the corner now. Robert fighting for position. Now Robert looking to center. Shot saved. Glove save. Toussaint on the shot by Robert.
Really, Toussaint right on top of it again. His glove has been fantastic. Otherwise, they'd be quite a few more goals up there.
Yeah, he's had to work a lot today. Conrad Alberts made a couple saves on the other end, but Toussaint's had to work a lot for Edward Little. 5:06 to go, third period. Face off won by Lewiston. Bossie's entry, though, denied. 1:05 in the power play. Puck out in front of the net right now. Bossy will get it. He centers it. And that shot, and Toussaint all over it. Check up against the boards. Pass back to Bossy. Bossy. I'm not sure if that was a pass or a shot, but it went wide left.
It's a shot, hoping it could be tipped.
Yeah, exactly. It's both, really. Owen Cox now goes behind the net, and they tried to center it, but nothing there, and Edward Little able to clear.
Gives Edward Little a chance to change.
4:23 to go in the game. 28 seconds left here in the power play for Lewiston. Edward Little trying to kill it. Looking decent right now, a chance to kill it for the Red Eddies. They have the puck in their own end, and they fling it up ahead. And Bossy tried to stop with his glove, and it went past them. And Albert will get to it.
E6.
Not too much of an error as Bossy now has the puck. And attacking on the near side with 8 seconds to go in the power play. Across the blue line goes Bossy. Bossy will drop it off, or tried to. Didn't work. Puck back neutral ice, and here comes the Red Eddies. And another shot there. Lane Robichaud again. That's who I thought. Number 11 in.
Boy, he is quick.
Yeah. Power play over. Both teams back to full strength here. 4-1. Edward Little trails Lewiston at home here for the Red Eddies. Puck in neutral ice right now. 3:30 remaining in the game. Puck goes behind the EL net. Gunnar Wade is over there for Lewiston. As is Chad Lynch. They really like to rotate guys in and out. 27 Ridge Field in there. Now the puck in neutral ice. Neither team really having much of a possession here. Now EL gets it back, and we have a whistle.
Slash. You know, the first one should have been a penalty on Lewiston, but they didn't see it, and then he retaliated. So,
well, yep. Second guy always gets caught.
He always gets caught.
That's the rule.
Number 5, Eli Thibodeau.
He's one of their key players. He had 5 assists in 4 games.
Like I say, I'm beating a dead horse. They just can't keep going to the penalty box. Lewiston's power play is just too good.
They were able to kill the last one. They'll try to kill this one, but there's only 3 minutes left in the entire game. 2-minute power play here. Face off on the near side. Robert taking it for the Blue Devils, and they were able to poke it away. Ryan Bossy. If I had to compare it to basketball, he'd kind of be the point guard, even though he plays defense. He really directs traffic.
Well, those are the people that they're facing the ice they play up the ice all the time, so they're the quarterbacks.
Aaron Perkins nearly had a shot go in from the blue line, but it missed a little wide. And here comes Robert for the Blue Devils on the power play. Robert on the far side gets it behind the net. Robert still maintains possession. Robert will drop it off and try to Bossy. Nice defense that time by Keegan Rodriguez. And Lewiston gets the puck back on their own end with Robert handling it. Robert pushing it across the blue line. Robert will slow things down a little bit. Looking to center. He does nicely. Now the shot deflected away. LaRochelle trying to chase it down for the Blue Devils, but EL gets it back with 2 minutes remaining. 59 seconds in the power play. Owen Cox will handle the puck behind the net. Cox, taken away by the Red Eddies. A chance for number 8, Ben Cassidy, but nothing there. Now Cox gets it back for the Blue Devils. He'll drop it off for Bossy. Bossy will push it across into neutral ice. Now across the blue line, the offensive zone. Bossy still going for it with 28 seconds left on the power play. Bossy stops, turns around, centers it. LaRochelle misses wide. Good effort by Bossy. 15 seconds left in the power play. Here's LeBlond battling for the puck with Dylan Campbell. EL gets it. 6 seconds left in the power play, and EL's going to kill this one. So that's 2 straight that EL's been able to kill. but under a minute to go in the game. Lewiston up 4-1. As on the move. Oh, what a skating job that time by number 10, Sam LaRoche, but his shot missed high.
What happens in that situation, the guy's coming full bore in the defense. You got to move your feet more. They're waiting until he gets to him to move their feet. You got to start moving your feet a long time before he gets to you.
Evan Cox sets it up, centers it, but no one there. No one home for the Blue Devils, and puck goes back to neutral ice. 30 seconds left in this one. Lewiston's going to win their 21st consecutive game going back to last season. They're going to improve to 9-0 on the year if the puck goes behind their own net with 15 seconds left. They had a close one. We called that against Falmouth. They've had a couple of close ones this year. This one started off close. It was scoreless in the first period, but a big second period, a big check there to end it, delivered by Willie Blanchette of the Blue Devils, and EL frustrated. Obviously, they end up losing this one by a final score of 4-1. Their first technical home game loss
there
this
you
season.
Go.
They lost when they were on the road team.
I missed that technicality last time.
But so Lewiston comes up winners today, 4-1 over Edward Little. They had 4 different goal scorers. We know for a fact that scoring for them was Sam Frechette going top shelf, and Alex Robert as well had a goal. And we want to name a player of the game. I mean, it's tough to say. Ryan Bossy, they only allowed 1 goal. Bossy's a defender. Their goalkeeper, Conrad Albert, didn't have to work that hard. Would that be an untraditional pick?
No, you go ahead. Bossy's fine. Either him or Frechette.
Yeah, Frechette played well. We'll go with the defense.
But I'm sure Frechette always gets recognized.
Yeah, the defense never gets enough love, so Ryan Bossy will be our United Insurance player of the game, as only 1 goal for EL, and that came on a shot from way outside from Ben Lane Robichard. And 4 different goal scorers for Lewiston on this Monday afternoon. So we'll try to interview number 3, Ryan Bossy, and get him on the website for you, not live on radio, but on the website. We'll get it up there on mbr.org if we can track down Bossy here after the game. And Lewiston, winners today, 4-1 over EL. So thanks so much to Tyler here on site and Alex back in studio. Coach Dave Wing, thanks so much. Again, another fine broadcast here on the airwaves in Lewiston, Auburn. Maine's Big Z online, mbr.org. My name is Aaron Morris. Have a great rest of your Monday. Signing off from Norway Savings Bank Arena. Lewiston, winners for the 21st consecutive time going back to last year. Have a good rest of your Monday.